Babes, how we doing? How we doing? I feel like I hit you guys with Donkey Kong music all the time, but he's on the shelf. He's on the shelf, so I think it's allowed. I think it's allowed in a lot of ways. Um, Here's where Oda struggles. Here's where Oda absolutely struggles, and sometimes I can't get over it. The name of the chapter is aptly named, and it's taking responsibility. Oda's a phenomenal storyteller, a fantastic artist, and the more that I learn about art, the more I realize how crazy this guy is. But we know Oda's problem. He doesn't kill a soul. Nobody dies. And when nobody dies, it makes things awkward. It just makes things awkward. I love Yamato just traveling along. That bitch is big. She is like large. She's huge. I don't know how tall she is, but she's like humongous. Like, I'm pretty sure she's close to like 10 feet. I think she makes Akainu look like a short king. I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure she does. Um, we got the Straw Hats celebrating, and it's a very nice scene. We have a really nice scene here too with Kuma and Bonnie at her what I believe to be her rightful age of 12, looking at the horizon, and he looks very happy. Now I'm very happy for Kuma. Great for him. He's finally getting what he sought after, debatably the whole time, and there's still a human being in him, clearly. But here's my problem. When you don't kill people, now I'm just looking at Kuma and I'm like, what do we even do with you now? As this next arc gets underway, I'm like, what are we, like, what, why are you here? What are you doing? Like, what else can you possibly hope to achieve here? Hope to progress the story along, and I just don't really see anything there. I mean, I could get rid of Bonnie too, but it's like Kuma, sure, maybe he sacrificed himself or does something there, but was that not the perfect opportunity before? Of course, I guess we needed to see Joy Boys hockey, but this guy's still here. This guy is still here. Um, Moving on to the next point, which I think makes my point. Bartolomeu, the cannibal, somebody who I think when it started nobody was really a huge fan of, but he grows on you, he grows on you, he grows on you, and you really do like him. You see what a legend he is. For the people that thought Shanks was the man in black waiting, I guess we were all kind of dumb because I didn't even bring it up, but he was on his way to discipline this boy a long time ago. So I was weirded out at first with the poison. And he's like, you got to take this to Luffy and have him take it. And I think this is just a test. I think this is just kind of like a mafia move. I just finished watching The Godfather, and it's such a mafia-esque move to be like, go feed this to your boss. All right, if you want to save your skin. And this guy's like, fuck me, and drinks it. And it was a beautiful moment because he's like, oh shit, like, not only was he faking, but I was gonna look like shit if I went through with it. He doesn't go through with it. He burps it out, and it turns out he's good. And it seems like they let him go. And then my buddy hit me up, and he's like, dude, he got the deadbeat dad special on him. Fucking Yasop shoots him, and I don't know what the hell explodes or what his gun's capable of. This could be hinting at the possibility of guns actually playing a decent role and having some type of power to them. My brother sent me this video a while back, and I just rewatched it, of Ben Beckman, like how he better fight using his fucking shotgun rifle as like a melee weapon, and like flipping around and doing nut shit while shooting people, which would be dope. But it said that the ship sunk, and it is unknown if there are any survivors. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. You're not killing anyone. I don't believe you. I don't believe you anymore. I'm calling your bluff. Barto's fine. He will re-engage, and that's just kind of what it is. But once again, what else is he really going to do? I think this was a cool moment for him to show Shanks that Luffy not only has followers, but devout followers. And him telling him about what happened with the sake cups, I think is also important because it just fits. It just fits on what Luffy wants in terms of freedom. And even though the Barto Club has sunk, I think the people that matter are going to be just fine. We got Blackbeard looking at the damage that happened on his island, and they're like, we traded up, dude. We got Garp for Kobe. I think that's a hell of a trade. I'm playing fantasy football right now. I think that would be, if I saw that trade, I'd click accept as fast as I possibly could. Hell of a trade. They got Pudding in there as well. There's, I guess, an interesting moment with Kuzan, because don't forget, Kuzan was in that large panel. They made sure to put him on there, and they said that he attempted to kill him, but he was unable to. We'll see about that. We got some more politics, which It's a little dry, a little boring. Sometimes when I look at it, I'm kind of like, ugh, we're getting to this again. But it's important. But it's very important. Just the politics of it, the resources being shipped, things being moved, supply lines during wartime. It's just super important. It's not the most entertaining, but we get that from Lafitte. And then once again, we move on. It seems like Swamp Man, I'm forgetting his name at the moment, has arrived at the Pirate's Paradise, and he's going to drop some knowledge, I guess. Teach, Blackbeard, Marshall, if you will. He did mention how the Emperor's going to have to tear each other apart for the road poneglyphs, and I think that that guy does have some really important information on that, and I think that that will give Blackbeard his next objective, but how that's going to look, I'm not sure. And then we get the start of what I believe to be the next arc. I think we're starting here. We're definitely starting here. They have yet to arrive in Elbaf, but something's happened. And what's interesting is even the Giants are confused. So this isn't something that they're privy to. Whatever it is, they don't know about it. They're not like, oh yeah, this happens every once in a while when we come back. No, this is a new thing. Is it the man marked by flames? I think right now we assume it. As we assume that who's ever doing this is the person that was the silhouette in the previous chapter is the man marked by flames, right? I think that's kind of what we're gonna assume. It's what I'm gonna assume, and we're gonna see. I almost said the Going Merry. The Thousand Sunny has disappeared. It's disappeared with everybody on it. It seems like we got our main people on it from, because I'm like looking and making sure. I'm like, okay, where is everybody? It looks like we got the main 5 on there. Looks like we got the first 5 on there: Zoro, Luffy, Sanji, Usopp, and Nami on what I believe to be Legoland. I think they're straight up in Legoland. I don't know what his power is, but I think Oda loves Legos and he sees an opportunity here. He's like, not only have I got the live action, he's like, I need as much Lego merch as humanly possible. And right now is the time, right before the war starts, right before I wrap everything up, let's just get some Lego shit in here. But they seem to be transported to another dimension, another world. My first thought was obviously Capone Beji, which I'm sure was yours as well, but it's not. It's not Capone. It's definitely blocky and super Lego-y. The more I look at that last panel, I'm like, huh. And not only that, Nami looks like she's back on Onigashima with her Kaido wear, looking like she's straight up dressed to fight for Kaido. But I'm interested to see where it is, who called out to her, who woke her up, if they're behind, maybe in prison of some sort. I don't think, and I hope not, I don't think it's going to be another situation with, I forget her name, the Doflamingo girl that turned them all into like cartoons. Don't think it's that. But they are in some kind of like makeshift world. They might be miniaturized. Who knows? But she's in Legoland. I think the main 5 are in Legoland. And they're going to have to find their way out in order to get to Elbaf, in order to make things happen. And that's kind of the chapter. That was it. I enjoyed it. It was short. You know what I enjoyed the most about it? And I'm sure you guys can agree. There's no break next week. That's going to be 3 weeks in a row, and I don't remember the last time that happened. Next week is almost guaranteed to be a break, and I think there's going to be the reveal for who's ever doing this, that silhouetted figure, the possible enemy or antagonist for this arc, or just somebody with some information to give us. Maybe an old man. Who knows? Good stuff. We're getting started here. Buckle in for another 2 years of Elbaf. I don't think it'll be that long. I think he learned his lesson in Egghead. But this one's going to be quick, which means I think that it's going to be pumping out some really good stuff. Shanks is on the move. Blackbeard's doing stuff. Only thing we don't know about Buggy, I mean, they're after the One Piece, whatever that means. Yeah. Great chapter. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Like and sub, and have a good weekend. Peace.